Black in the building, man. Shout out to everybody out there at the corporation. Man, shout out to everybody out there just, making do what it do. Shout out to all my people that's handling business. David, Johnny, Eric, Tasha. You already know what it is. I mean, all y'all. Mariah, Cuzzo, what's happening? I got to get you on here again. I know you're busy. But we're going to do what it do. Hey. Man, we're going to talk about some stuff today, man. I just wanted to touch on this subject. I ain't going to be very long, but I just want to touch on the subject, man, because this is near and dear to my heart. Ungrateful versus peace, man. You can be ungrateful, but you can still have peace. You can discuss it, but you still have peace. We're going to get into it, man. We're going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about how we have been affected by racism and white supremacy, where we will turn on each other like a pack of rabid wild dogs. We're going to discuss all that today, man. We're going to get into it. Let's have it. Yo, I came in the dough. I sat at the dough. I own the dough. Look at that. Man. How's everybody doing, man? Man, another day, man. I'm just reading these articles. I did touch on Romeo and Master P, but this just isn't about them. That's why I didn't put their name. I'm not trying to clout chase. I think that we have a right to be ungrateful with our perspective, but we also have a right to have peace. And right now, what I'm seeing is a lot of these families that have come from nothing and made something with themselves, there's always discrepancies with money. I'm always going to be bipartisan as far as I can look at it from both sides, but I'm always going to kind of agree with Master P because, you could easily grow up with nothing and still not have nothing. You know what I mean? So, I'm from that area. I'm drinking some anise tea. Very, very good tea. So, I just thought I would come to y'all today and talk about it. We don't need to talk about the articles and what has been said and what not has been said. I just really, really hope they become very peaceful and have a solvent to the solution. This can only make me wake up to things that are near and dear to your heart. Look, man. I've had family members that had a lot of money. Way more money than I could ever dream of or imagine of. Yeah, was I irritated about it? Yeah, but I did keep peace in my heart. Hey, it is what it is. You can't miss nothing you ain't never had, and I get it. It's a different perspective. But what taught me about that situation is that's their money, and that's what they choose to do with it. Whatever opportunities that you get, what are you going to do with it? You know what I mean? What are your plans? Are we reading? I had that conversation. Yesterday I've been having a conversation because we talk about Will Smith movie. I am very sick of watching these slaves. Stop putting these. See, the dominant society wants to put slave movie after slave movie after slave movie after slave movie. Instead of y'all watching these slave movies coming from Hollywood, go pick up these books. Go read Slavery by Another Name by Douglas Blackman. Go read a Sweet Taste of Liberty about Henrietta Woods. Go read A Price for a Pound of Flesh. Go read these books. Go read about the New York Kidnapping Club. Go read these books, man. We don't need for them to tell us our story. We know our story if we study and we read. And this pattern that these millennials and the younger generation has, let me tell you something, man. I would kill to even be a part of that family and just get the knowledge. You ain't gotta give me the money, Master P. Just give me the knowledge and do do what I need to do. I just think people need to start understanding about creating their own lane. You know what I mean? That's what I think it's about. You have to create your own lane, and you have to understand what lane you're in. And you're not living your life for other people. You're living your life for you and the generation behind you. Meaning you are setting a precedent and having that template shown like, hey, man, you got to work hard. I think a lot of us don't like to work hard. We have that hater nigga syndrome, bitter bitch syndrome. You know, we just mad. And I get it. You have a right to be mad. You should be mad in the system of racism and white supremacy. But what are you doing to establish a system of justice? Are you recycling black dollars? Are you coming up with solutions to our struggles? What are you doing? Some people know how to come up with solutions. Some people know how to recycle black dollars. You can't do everything, but I think this ungrateful pattern, I don't see this just with the Master P's and Romeos. I see this with a lot of celebrity kids. They get a certain age and they feel like, well, nigga, I'm supposed to have what you have. No, nigga, that's not your money. That's your parents' money. It's your job to go out and flip. If your parents are teaching you how to flip and teaching you how to be business owners, then you have no standing room to complain. You know, you may not agree with everything your parents tell you or teach you or what the other generation teaches you, but if they're putting you in positions to win, we have to acknowledge that. And not only acknowledge it, we have to understand about being aware of the game that's being given. Man, and we don't want to read. I was having this I'm telling you. That's why I said when I see that Emancipation on Stars, I don't need to watch that. Because I got plenty of books that's telling me about antebellum period. I don't need to watch that. See, we rather go watch it instead of read the goddamn book. There's 1,000 books about slavery. There's 1,000 books about how we came out of slavery. There's 1,000 books on how we turned on the slave masters. Read it. Understand foundational Black American culture and history. Stop allowing the dominant society to give you the narrative on TV. They're not going to really tell you what's going on, even if it's a black director or a black person that came up with the thought process. No. I want to see movies about Lewis Latimer. I want to see movies about Benjamin Banneker. I'm tired of watching these movies that shows us from a subservient position. We already in that position. What are we doing now? You know what I mean? You know, I was watching this thing where people were like, a little scrappy and was like, man, I don't agree with people addressing each other as king and queen because, you know, everybody wasn't kings and everybody wasn't queens. And I do agree with that partially. You're right. Until you trace your bloodline and know exactly what bloodline you come from, you can't really be like, hey, what's happening, king? And I get it for people that take that literally. And I get the other side where people do it because they want to big up the next person that they're talking to. So I understand that too. I understand that. But I will be, it really does something to me when I see black families that have amassed a nice amount of wealth and now it's always money. It's always something. You know what I mean? And when the money gets low, you know, people's mentalities really show. You know, like okay, if they fuck with you or they don't fuck with you. I just think a lot of the times we have to understand what our lanes are. That's why I said ungrateful versus peace. You know what I mean? Do you want peace in your life or do you want to bask in the ungratefulness? We can talk about the ungratefulness and then have a solution. See, I like to always have like a solution. I'm going to always tell you about the things that I didn't appreciate, but I'm also have a solution. I'm the type of person, I have it even in my own family. Like, look, when we don't agree, we can agree to disagree, but when I feel like it's beyond repair and beyond reproach, where you've damaged it beyond repair, then I just got to go ahead and move forward. That's not my job to repair something that's been that damaged beyond repair. But that doesn't mean that you can't move forward and try to establish peace and tranquility in your life. I really feel that we need to be on that right now, man, because interest rates is high and it ain't as easy to buy no property as it was 15, 20 years ago. Gentrification is the new racism. It is here. It's in full effect. And here in Las Vegas, Nevada, man, you can't just go get you no apartment for no $650. Nigga, 650 was the golden rule in Las Vegas. In the Vago, nigga, you in the Vago, shit. Where you stay at? Oh, I stay in the Woo apartment. What you pay? 650? What you pay? 7? 650 to 750 was the normal range to pay for an apartment out here in Vegas, within the central area of Las Vegas, especially off Charleston. If you from Las Vegas or you live in Las Vegas, shit, go off Charleston and try to get your apartment. These niggas want $1,600. So we don't really have time to be like fighting each other and just be in your lane. Focus on your lane and stay in that motherfucker, whether you like it or not. And I hope people are really watching this, because millennials feel like, well, I'm going to speak my mind, but millennials, this younger generation, they don't want to understand who's taught them, who's giving them the game, who's taught them, like, look, this is what you want to do. This is how you want to move. You know, we often forget that part because we're so focused on living a decent lifestyle, and I get it. Niggas don't want to be broke, but niggas do got to get up and go to work, and we have to start treating the corporate plantations as a business. You don't owe them nothing. Excuse me. You don't owe them nothing. So if you decide to leave and move on or do what the fuck you want to do and go to another plantation, don't let them people at that current plantation try to make you feel bad because you done switched it up. I've had that happen to me too. Oh man, I want to go up there, man. You're going to be around all the white folks. So, nigga, I got a bad habit of wanting black folk to just stay where they are, be stagnant. Don't progress. Don't progress. No forward movement. You know what I mean? Just stay. Lateral movement. Because a lot of us feel good about ourselves when people are making lateral moves. No, you want people to move forward. You know what I mean? Because you want people to want you to move forward. That's where that inner peace is is very important. I learned that. You know, you work at a corporate plantation and they run you to death and they run you ragged and you're pissed and you're upset. And you're supposed to be, especially when it's your black folk doing you like that. You just compartmentalize it while you're at the job. You express it when you're off the job. Shout out to my nigga Dom. I was talking to that nigga today, man. We were having conversations about past shit. Told him, I just was like, that's why I don't fuck with none of those motherfuckers, man, because you're all guilty of sin. You know what it is. People have to start understanding when you have the power and you don't wield it the right way, niggas are not gonna fuck with you. And I think that's very important. And we have to understand, a job is to pay you and make sure you straight at home. A job is not no political climate where you want to climb up this fictitious hierarchy of need. Like, you're not going anywhere. And the system of racism and white supremacy, this system ain't designed for black folk to move up the corporate structure. I don't care what y'all say. It's not designed for that. So, hey, man, you know, I got a lot of shit to do. That's why I hit y'all up early. I got things that I got to take care of, things I got to handle. So, man, I appreciate everybody listening, subscribing, man. I got to go. I got to make the CMOS. I got a ton of shit to do. I'm going to try to get up with David. I know we're supposed to meet. I forgot what time it is, but I know we got to meet earlier to do a little podcast, so I got to meet with my brother David. I'm excited about that. Excuse me. But it's about handling business and being around people that's on the same page. That's why shout out to my nigga David. David's the most consistent nigga. I love consistency. I love consistency. Anybody that's consistent, you can always be around me. I hate inconsistent people. And we just don't gel. I hate 1 minute you in it, 1 minute. That's why I can't. That's why my circle is tight. I don't have a lot of people around me because I like to move in consistency. Consistency is only going to get you to where you need to be. If you're not consistent at some shit, you're going to be problematic, stagnant, and you will eventually turn into a hater because you're going to be looking at somebody else's lane. So shout out to my brother David. That's why I'm about to get in here and make this motherfucking CMOS and do what it do. And man, I appreciate everybody, man. I appreciate people, supporting CMOS too, man. I appreciate that. You know, I'm just creeping on the come up. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody out there. Man, support black business. Ain't just about my shit. Support black business. I'm probably going to do something on Instagram again and show everybody, what I have supported as far as black businesses are concerned. But I really feel like it is time for us to start magnetizing people that are consistency. Put that on your vision board. Consistency. That's in my mind every day. That's why I go to this punk-ass corporate plantation every day. You got to be consistent. If you ain't consistent, you're fucked. I'm I'm telling you that right now. And if you're not around consistent people, you're fucked. Because that's gonna rub off on you. That stench, that odor, that mentality will rub off on you. And you don't want to be inconsistent in the game of life, that this so-called life that we travel, because you're fucked. I'm just being straight up. You know what I mean? Niggas gotta stop being consistent in fucking. Niggas is consistent and want some pussy. and women is consistent and want to fuck. But when it's time to be consistent and handle your real business, it's a problem. But hey, y'all know what it is, man. In the great words of Slave by Another Name, guilty nigga. I'm out. Peace.